Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews of movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode five. Wow, I have this completely wrong in the title.
Ooh,
Wow,
276. Wow,
no,
I,
sir, I
I think
have.
that's
We
our
have
live show.
not. Yeah, yeah, that's live show. That is no, not live show. Live show's at 299 now. I think.
Then what number is this?
No, wow, that is completely wrong. We have not been 276 in a long time. This is episode 576.
Ah,
Yeah, this is episode 576, and it is your review of another round. But
that's
of
what
course,
happens when Raul leaves it too dark in his room.
that's when Raul has another round. Yeah, but whenever, but it's me, the Nerd Chicano, aka Raul. I don't know, it's Raul, aka the Nerd Chicano here, alongside my wonderful uh, co-host Brad, who is currently not showing his face because he is having some internet issues.
The internet is
But
down.
yeah,
The
but
internet is drunk.
yeah, the internet had another round, right?
Yeah, another round, maybe a few.
Maybe a
Apparently all
few.
day. Apparently it's been keeping a level, alcohol content throughout the day.
Yeah, 0.005, right?
1.2. What are you talking about? When we get into this movie, I want to talk about that.
Yeah. Oh man, I know it's a hard question to ask you, my friend, but how are you doing today?
Wish I was drunk.
That's not a good thing to say.
No, wish I was drunk, and it's only Tuesday.
Oh, oh my god.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, it's only Tuesday and it's already been
It's been a
hell.
hell of a week.
Yeah,
And for anyone listening, yeah, I'm gonna be gone the rest of the week, so apologies.
it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I watched Bo is Afraid, so I think I can orchestrate a nice little review of that to cushion in for the Thursday episode.
Did you watch that with
So
Luis?
Luis, Rachel, and my big bro.
There you go. So you got plenty of
So
people.
I could orchestrate something. See
Yeah.
if anybody from the interwebs would like
You
to
should get your
stop
big
by.
bro on.
No, I'm good.
He's gotta be better than Eric.
No, I'm good. Yeah,
even just like this with no camera.
no,
Just
I'm good.
no. Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I also love how you just the picture is literally the poster. Of this, well, not the poster, but
It's an image of something. I like the image, so I'm trying to keep the trend here.
yeah,
I didn't go out on anything and do like a Dennis Rodman and drag or anything of that effect. If we're being
no,
real, or
well,
an image of Bud Light or anything like that. So I'm keeping the content to what we're talking about.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Or good old Hennessy, or something, right? But
A champagne,
champagne.
whatever that wine he was drinking, which sounded really fucking good.
Yeah, I understand. But nothing going on around here. I went to work and we I had to shoot graduation pictures for Rachel and
I did see Rachel post that. They seemed pretty excited
yeah,
about that. So I'm glad it was
yeah.
you.
We did some cool stuff. Took a lot of silly ones because
That's what you're supposed to do. It's
yeah,
graduation. I when I graduated, I was just fucking happy to be graduated. Jesus Christ.
yeah, yeah. And we took some cool stuff, and other than that, just it was a lot of fun. But yeah, we got dinner with Rachel, and then just chilled here, finished up the movie. Yesterday, I watched a movie for Cinema Condition that I'm doing tomorrow, so that's gonna occupy my normal time slot of podcast. So I got to do tonight. I got to work on the notes, and then tomorrow finish up notes too, and get ready to record with
Yeah,
Ayden
you'll have
Byrnes.
plenty to do while I'm gone and away.
Yeah, yeah. It's all good. It's for a good reason. It's for a
Well,
valid reason,
it's
not
for
for a
a
good
valid reason. I got to catch a
valid reason,
flight.
not good.
So
Yeah, yeah. But I hope this means that Brad will be eating at Whataburger soon.
yeah,
No,
it might.
yeah.
On the
Brad, if you
return
have
trip.
it there, Brad, you have it there.
On the return, I have a Whataburger like an hour and something away. Like they have them here. It
Nah,
just
it's
it's
not
just
the
if
same
I'm
as in Texas.
you probably make a point. It's
Yeah,
like what they say about Guinness in Ireland. It's apparently
yeah.
better than anything
And
here.
also, you got to get the buns toasted on both sides.
Toasted on both sides. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta get them toasted on both sides, bro. Yeah, but I fear that we are gonna go down live show territory for this conversation. So and my mouth is also starting to water. So let's go ahead and just
Whataburger.
wada. Oh my god, I didn't think I would actually have to speak about this film 2 years later, but I will apparently. So let's go ahead and get into this. So, without a matter of without a further ado, if you have not watched
Bro, I was
another
drunk.
round, yeah, I am. Without further ado, if you have not watched another round, then you want to get out of here. We care about spoilers. But if you've seen it, or you don't care about spoilers, then go ahead and stay. Either way, how that goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a five, four, three, two, one. All right, man. Let's go ahead and look at this. Another round, also pronounced druk,
Grook.
which literally translates to binge drinking, is a 2020 black comedy drama film directed by Thomas Vinterberg from a screenplay by Vinterberg and Tobias Lindholm. An international co-production between Denmark, Sweden, and the Netherlands, the film stars Mads Mikkelsen, Thomas Bo Larsen, Magnus Millang, and Lars Ranth.
So many
It
Danish
follows,
names.
yep, it follows four high school teachers who embark on an experiment to maintain a constant level of intoxication throughout the workday. The film had its world premiere at the 45th Toronto International Film Festival on September 12, 2020, and was theatrically released in Denmark on September 24, 2020, by Nordisk Film Distribution. At the 93rd Academy Awards, it won Best International Feature Film, and Vinterberg was nominated for Best Director. It also won four European Film Awards, including Best Film, and earned four BAFTA Award nominations, winning for Best Film not in the English language. Cinematography is done by Sturla Brandt Grovlin.
What does that symbol even mean?
I don't know. And it's edited by Ann Ostrud and Janus Bilaskov Johnson. Haha. And it sits at an hour and 56 minutes, right? Yeah. No. No. Yeah, 56 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
56 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on a U.S. equivalent of $5.2 million, it made $21.7 million at the box office. So yeah,
I
this was a
mean, that's a
success.
success.
Yeah, that
I
is.
can't think that they advertise this too much.
I think it just made a lot after its win.
Yeah.
It's tend to be what happens. But Brad, this was your pick actually, and I don't know why I just read it because
I
this
don't know.
is your pick. Yeah.
No.
Oh, I kind of feared that you might have not been. You were gonna cut out, so
Yeah. That
I'll go throw
that
it to
could be a
you
good
then.
fear right there.
Yeah, I'll go throw it to you, Brad. What are your thoughts on another round?
I
Initial
don't
thoughts
really
on another round.
for the most part, I enjoyed this movie. It is definitely what happens in a midlife crisis. That is that is for damn sure. This is the perfect movie for a midlife crisis. And you can tell that midlife crisis when he's going, yeah, let's just try this theory of drinking this much alcohol only only during school time and only at this level. And then he's like, nah, let's double it. But overall, I don't know. I enjoyed just Mads Mikkelsen. But at the same time, it's like all these guys are probably friends, and they were like, "Hey, let's fucking make a movie together, just drinking." And I don't know. I thought it came together and was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh man, I have some sad trivia here. It makes me feel bad because what I'm about to say about the film, but um I'll go ahead and read the trivia here. Instead of having two sons, the character played by Mads Mikkelsen was originally meant to have a son and a daughter. The latter to be played by director Thomas Vinterberg's daughter Ida Maria Vinterberg. However, Ida was killed in a car crash in Belgium 4 days into filming before she was planned to
Oh
film her scenes.
God.
The film is dedicated to her.
So wow. So
Yeah.
Thomas Vinterberg finished this film after that. Holy God.
Man.
Well, that's
Yeah.
I. How do you even keep a set like this? Like most of the time, it's just like drunk friends. How do you keep
Yeah.
a set like this after that?
It's
Like,
just
but it definitely explains the whole spiral down and how
yeah.
dark this thing got.
Yeah. The film was based on a play Thomas Vinterberg had written while working at the Berg Theater in Vienna. Additional inspiration came from Vinterberg's own daughter, Ida, who had told stories of the drinking culture within the Danish youth. Ida had originally pressed Vinterberg to adapt the play into a movie and was slated to play the daughter of Martin. Yep. The story
Yeah,
was originally a celebration of alcohol based on the thesis that world history would have been different without alcohol. And
that
according
is
to
completely
Vinterberg,
true.
it was a much angrier movie. However, 4 days into filming, Ida was killed in a car accident. Following the tragedy, Winterberg stated that he considered to stop making the film,
I
and even
granted.
considered and even considered to stop living. However, he eventually decided to rework the script to become more life affirming. It should not just be about drinking; it was about being awakened to life, stated Winterberg. Co-writer Tobias Lindholm served as director in the week following the accident. The film was dedicated to Ida and was partially filmed in her classroom with her classmates. Oh man,
Yeah,
uh,
that's a rough one
my
to hear after
my
that.
respect for Winterberg goes up highly, highly, highly.
Just to finish this movie, and now it kind of explains the ending of this movie and why
Yeah,
it ended on such such a note. Why? Well, like because it goes really dark there towards I'd say towards end of second act, beginning of third act, and then
yeah,
in the end, it's like, all right, it's gonna be all right.
yeah. Um, man, I hate that I just read that and I have to say these thoughts.
Hey,
Uh,
say your
when I
truth.
first, yeah, when I first watched this film,
You didn't
um,
like it. I remember that. You're
yeah,
like, I don't like this movie.
I didn't like it, but I was like, oh man, like this has some incredible merit to it, like as in like cinematography wise, score, and all these technical achievements that I see in the film. And hell, I even thought that Mads Mikkelsen is fucking fantastic in this movie,
Oh yeah,
which I still think that. I think Mads Mikkelsen is great in this film, but watching it a second time confirmed that I do not like this movie at all. Um, Ha! I think that this movie script is really weak. It takes too much time to unravel itself, and instead of being patient with the themes, I think that it drags the inevitable out, and it's just it just didn't do anything for me. Um, it I thought that Mads was great and all, but like everybody else to me just didn't stand out at all, and yeah, I think that Vinterberg had a really very hard task at hand to continue making this film after his daughter died, um, and to rework a script to match it to the way that he was starting to see life after his daughter died, which I completely respect him for that, and I respect the work that he put into this film, but I just don't like this movie.
yeah. I gotta completely disagree on most of that. Um,
I'm trying to be nice, man. I
yeah, I
really
know,
am.
but and I knew you didn't like this film. I remember a long time ago you said you didn't like this film. So, but just from watching this, I think the themes of this, and after hearing the context of everything going behind this film, there's a lot of life and death in this film, like through and through. You have a man who's basically just there at the beginning, like
Yeah,
literally, he's just there. He's going through a midlife crisis for sure. You know, it's pretty bad when your students have to bring you into the classroom and going, "Are you okay?" This man is severely depressed.
yeah,
And I think that's one of the things I don't like about this film is like they never like say that. they just say, "Oh, you don't seem to be all enthralled about teaching and stuff." It's like, well, yeah, he seems kind of depressed to me because his wife's working nights and his children. He doesn't really see his children, and just when he's at that 40th birthday party, and he goes, "I don't see anyone." Something to that effect, and it just hits, and it's just like, you know, when you get to be, in your late 30s, in your early 40s and on, you see less and less people. You don't have that friendship group like you did in your, teens and 20s. And so it's
Yeah,
just, it gets to those things. And honestly, I liked the cast that they placed around him. Magnus Malang being the one who brings up the theory of, hey, let's try this. Let's do 0.05% alcohol and see what goes. But you need those other characters to show, like, okay, like it's going so well in the beginning, like they're really reaching, their students, and everything is turned around, but then it's just so easy for it all to go sideways because alcoholism, and
yeah,
it does go sideways to the point of the death of probably probably one of, I thought, probably the funniest character in there, especially when he was drinking and teaching kids soccer. And just the scene with the dog on the boat, and you just know,
yeah,
I mean, it was kind of simple. It's like, yeah, he didn't wear his life preserver. Like they were showing everything that was about to happen to this character before it happened,
yeah.
and you just see that empty boat, and then the next
And
thing you know, and then the shot of him being told about it, and it's the
yeah,
students celebrating around him, and just, just
yeah.
devastation there.
Or and then his son putting the rose on his on the grave, on the casket.
I don't think that was his son though. I think that was
Oh,
just that
one of
that
the
was the smallest kid at soccer who was being picked on, and
yeah,
that coach is what, gave him, I don't know, I don't want to say, gave him
conf- confidence. Yeah,
confidence, and when he scored that shot, and the whole team rallied around him when the whole team had, like, basically ignored or bullied him.
yeah,
And yeah, I mean, just I thought it was really great how they did that, and then to throw in the whole divorce aspect of it, of, Mads Mikkelsen's character being at dinner, and he asks his wife point blank, finally, "Have you been seeing someone?" And she's like, "I couldn't wait for you forever." And then I mean, that's a horrible answer to me, but it's
yeah,
true. He wasn't there in the beginning, like,
yeah,
but that's a horrible answer to me. And I just like this kind of theme of life and death and life again,
yeah.
because at the end everything gets kind of tied up with a nice bow, which isn't the best way to do it, but
But
after
I think
hearing
that
the
that ending is
context,
fantastic. Like
yeah, but the
that's one of
context
my
you
favorite endings in a
yeah,
movie ever.
but the context you put behind it of what Thomas Vinterberg was trying to do after the death of his daughter, and, this celebration of life, he
Yeah,
achieves that at the end, and it's
yeah,
great.
yeah. Like, like that's the thing is like I like this film is just it's hard for me to like put into words, especially after reading all that. Shit. Like it's just the script doesn't work for me, and it's just it's really hard for me to sit down and be able to digest some of these characters. And it's just
I
I
think
get it. There's a lot of like depressed people in this film. There's like they find solace in
that's
the
the one thing I don't
bottle.
like about it, though. They never really come out and say, "Hey, he's depressed." I mean, you
Yeah,
you can tell though.
you can tell, right?
Yeah,
But they didn't really
and
say it. And like I feel if there might have been those times in the film where like they would have said it, or like the partners would have had a conversation about like there's something wrong with you and we need to talk about it and stuff, instead of just having those moments where like the guy is like can't take care of his kids because he's really drunk and he's falling off the bed, and it's like, okay, I get it, like I know that this was eventually going to happen.
well,
Like,
yeah, I mean, it's the whole alcoholic, part.
yeah,
But at the same time, when you're in a society where, the men don't talk about feelings, like, because that's
yeah,
basically every society with men, what do? You go and you drink, you dull the
yeah,
pain, you fucking get over it. That's kind of what it
yeah,
is. And that shows, the issues that can be affected by that. But I think this film, it needs to be watched at different eras of your life. It's like Ikiru for me. It's like
Yeah,
after working for 15 years and watching Ikiru, I have a whole different like feeling of it than when I first watched it. And then with
yeah,
this, I think if you're in your 20s, you're gonna have a different opinion on it than when you're in your 30s or 40s. Because when you're in
yeah,
your 30s and 40s, you done gone through your 20s, and you can totally relate with what this guy's going through.
yeah. Also, I love the music in this film, especially the last song. I mean that song is like a freaking
And
banger.
that the man's Mickelson's dancing. Like goddamn. Like
Yep,
how old is this man? And he's just like he's running through like what the truck or some shit, the bars of the
yeah.
truck, and I'm just like my knees, bro.
57 years old, but
Yeah.
when he
And
was
that wasn't
filming
no
this,
body double. That was him.
no, that was him. I remember seeing a video of what he was learning this dance. Like he was actually like
Jazz
doing
dance.
practicing the choreography. Yeah. Um, but 57. So in 2020, he in 2019 he was 53, 53 years old.
He's 57.
Yeah, that's
The
4 years ago.
4 years ago. Yeah, he'd be
Yeah,
53.
53 years old.
That's
Yeah,
still pretty good for fucking 53.
fuck, that's really good for 53.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
My
it's
knees be hurting
it's great. And
just
I
watching
love
him.
how it ends. It literally freeze frames on him just throwing himself into the river, and it's just his way of
Well,
letting
it's
go,
letting go, and then at the same time with the water, it's like being baptized,
being
renewed.
baptized.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's I, Thomas Vinterberg, you know, and I don't, especially with that context you give like behind it. It just this whole movie takes a whole new like reasoning, especially the
yeah,
end.
yeah. I just like I said, it just didn't work for me, and that just some movies will
Yeah,
work and some
some
movies
movies hit,
won't.
some don't
Some
for
don't.
others.
Um, I'm glad I did get to rewatch it and get to learn this context because I think that it puts a lot of things in perspective. And like I said, I have so much respect for Thomas Vinterberg to be able to, finish up his set. And also, I have even more of a respect for what's it called? What was his name? Tobias. I have a lot of respect for Tobias Lindholm for being able to during that week to take over that set and be able
Yeah,
to continue shooting because it's really hard for you to stop production. It's really really hard. Once you start, it's really hard for you to stop
well,
because
you got so many moving pieces and
yeah,
parts and people, and
every day you're pretty much yeah,
they're dependent on that paycheck and the
yeah,
work.
yeah, and pretty much every day you're not shooting and and you're supposed to be shooting, you're losing money
It's
because
yeah, it's costing
the
money,
equipment,
and
the equipment,
eventually the studio will shut down a film if it's you know
yeah, if it's costing them more than it's supposed to, they're going to shut it down. And that's why I have a lot of respect for Tobias, who's able to go in there and continue to execute Thomas Vinterberg's vision. And I don't know if I don't know. I guess this is a question more for Vinterberg, right? If like what is left in the final cut that was shot by Tobias. So I wonder if it was mostly like the inserts or the B-roll shots and
I
uh,
also wonder what their original idea
script.
was.
Yeah, what the
Original
original script
script.
would have looked like.
Yeah. Especially if it was a darker, I feel like it would just spiral down into probably the death of more than just one of these characters.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, like I said, I think that there's a lot of room in here for this film to do to be better for me, and I think that it's a film that does have the power to have a lot of like to say, but it just the script is what does it for me. That doesn't isn't able to what's it called to execute on that. And I like I said, I like this. I like the cinematography a lot. I think it's a fantastically shot film. Score wise and sound effects, I think everything's great in there. Mads Mikkelsen is on top of it. To me, honestly, I think that Mads Mikkelsen should have been nominated for best actor that year because he does a great job at his performance. Just overall, this movie just didn't do it for me.
Did you see that they want to Americanize this movie with
Yeah,
Leonardo
but they do that
DiCaprio?
every year, Brad. Every literally the day after the Academy Awards, they always announce that there's an American remake of the Best International Film winner that's
But
coming,
here's the thing, I
and
don't
nothing
want
ever
that.
happens.
Well, good, because I don't want that.
No, this movie's been being developed for so long now, Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't think it's gonna happen. They were supposed to do it for so many other films. Like, what was the one before this one? It was 2020. Was it Roma? I think it was Roma. No, Drive My Car. Drive My Car is supposed to get an American remake. Has yet to get one. It's been 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They think it's a good idea, and they think about it again. Like, yeah,
yeah, I know.
the first movie was good enough.
Yeah, I honestly, man, I think. And look, man, what's it called? Y'all can. I'm not gonna be fake news, but I feel like they're just little tidbits that are like little it's the in wrestling terms, right? I feel like they're rumors thrown at the dirt sheet, so that way they can have something
Talk about.
to spike the clicks the next day
Yeah,
of the
that's true.
Oscars. Because
Make the fans angry or
yeah,
happy or whatever the fuck you want to say.
yeah, because they know that what's it called? Everyone's gonna be catching up on winners on the YouTube replay,
Then people will
the
be like,
YouTube
"Ooh,
video
Leo
replays.
DiCaprio is going to be playing in this movie. I
Yeah, so
should
it's like,
watch this movie.
oh, let's just throw out that like this movie's apparently going to be
It's going to
remade.
be shot by Quentin Tarantino. I should go watch this movie."
Yeah, and they know that the people would get mad because in this day and age, I think a lot of people have more respect for international films than they used to. So
Yeah,
yeah,
people actually
there's
read nowadays.
yeah, people actually read. So yeah, I highly doubt that American remake's ever gonna happen. I don't think so.
Let's hope
Um,
not. God,
because even Your Name, Brad, was supposed to get an American remake. It's
no,
yet to happen.
no.
So
I
yeah,
mean, Akira. They've been trying to remake Akira
nope.
forever and a day, but no, just don't do it.
Plus, apparently, one of the production companies that's supposed to make the remake, is the company that just bought the WWE. Is merging it with UFC.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I doubt it.
Great.
I highly doubt it, bro.
Yeah. All right.
Highly doubt it. Oh man. But with that being said, Brad, what is your final verdict for another round?
I mean, cinematography, music, acting. I think they all hit for me. The story wise, I think I relate probably to the story more than Roll does anyway, because I'm old. So
Old.
let's not beat around the bush. I'm old, so I can relate to, Mads Mikkelsen's character. Actually, probably most of those characters in a drunken blackout kind of night. Not peeing on the bed though. That's a new one. Uh,
Damn,
that's some kinky shit when you don't even remember peeing on your wife. I don't know, but
that is crazy. That is crazy.
ugh. But anyways, I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie.
All right, man. I'm going to go ahead and give another round, basically just 1 point lower than I did when I first watched this film. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. Think it's yeah. I don't like this movie. I think in 2021, the rightful winner was Kovadis Aida, and that should have won.
I have no
It was the
idea.
only good movie that for that category that year.
I don't know what
But
that movie is.
huh?
I don't know what that movie is.
It's a movie about the Bosnian genocide. In
That sounds
yeah.
very depressing.
Oh, really, really depressing. Way
Sounds
more than this
very,
one.
very depressing. That sounds right up your alley.
Yeah, but
I'm sure it's good though.
yeah,
I mean,
it's just the way that it builds tension. Yeah,
Argentina in 1985 was kind of depressing too, and I like that. So
and I didn't really like it that much.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
so yeah, tomato, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
to each their own. That's
yeah,
that's why we're on this show is we don't always have to agree.
yeah. And that concludes our review of another round. And of course, like Brad did say, it's gonna be a little weird this week, but I promise we'll be back. We probably are going to have to schedule Confusion and Confusion for probably the second to last week of the month, so that way we can catch up on that mini pod and then do the mini pod for next theme. But for now, just stay tuned. Our next theme is going to be the films of Alejandro Jodorowsky. So we are going to be looking at some of his films. But of course, if you have not, please check us out on nerdcore.com, Twitter at the nerdcore underscore, Instagram at the nerdcore, patreon.com/the nerdcore. For $1 a month, you get this episode live and early before anybody else gets to see it on YouTube and on audio platforms. Plus, if you want to talk about another round with us or just Mads Mikkelsen's awesome dance moves,
Damn.
check out our Discord link in the video and audio
Yeah,
versions
make
of
it
the
dance.
episode.
53
It's in the
years old.
description.
Jesus Christ.
What's up, Brett?
53 years old. Jesus
Yep,
Christ.
yep.
Man got dance moves.
I got dance moves. And with that said, we also want to thank our what's it called? Oh, I'm so sorry. If you're on the video version, make sure you subscribe, leave a like on the video, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of content that drops on the channel. If you're on the audio side of things, make sure you leave a 5-star review. It would really help us out a lot. And of course, we would like to thank our producer of this show, Shane SRK. Brad, where can you find him?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at ThriftedIL or go buy something from the Suppy God at PrisonCityVintage.com.
And of course, we will be back soon. But in the meantime, just stay tuned. I probably will be back to do a review of either Bo is Afraid or The Evil Dead Rise. So we'll see how that goes. But either way, how that goes, we will be here. And I promise we are not leaving you all. But Brad, you want to just try it out now just to say goodbye to them?
Oh, for the camera?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see how bad this is.
All right. Send
Look,
them out,
it's
Brad.
me. Hi. Hi. How you doing?
I'm real.
I'm real. I'm a real boy. All right,
You're not
Raul.
real
Thank you for being
real.
host as always. Thank you to all our listeners out there, all who decide to join us in chat at some point. Thank you to all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, all I got to say is drink, drink, drunk. Young, get out. If your whole team pukes, you get points.